What's going on, guys? It's Sunday. Just doing my video log here. So we're talking about some of the main teaching goals for this week. I think the big one this past week that I was really thinking about was, and we talked a bunch about it on Friday with some of the LAs, and I was having problems with one of the students that sits in my section, and he comes to all my help sessions, and it's just real tough because he doesn't want the help, but when he asks you, no matter what you say, it seems like you're wrong, like the way that he puts it back on you is that you're wrong. And so I really was thinking about it this week, like how do I handle this situation, and what it really finally came down to was I just had to ask the other LAs, and we talked about it and came up with an idea. I don't think it's something serious enough to where I have to bring it up to Dr. Bernard or anything, or get her involved. If what we decided doesn't work, then maybe that would be the next step. But kind of what was going on was, from the beginning, we had I know I talked about this a couple weeks ago, but we'd had like a cognitive showdown, if you will, where I was trying to explain something to him and he just wasn't having it. And so since then, he's kind of been this way. So that was kind of my big goal, and I'm really glad that we got a chance to talk about it on Friday. Come up with some really good ideas and that kind of stuff. So, and then as far as kind of my thoughts, as far as while we were working this week, I think I was talking to Dr. Talbot about this, how it's kind of, you can see this, it seems like some kind of a flux of the LAs, how you start the semester and everyone's really excited and happy, and the first couple weeks go by and you're really pumped up about it, and then you kind of start this like general downslope then where, and what Dr. Talbot said is sometimes he sees people kind of get into a rut, or they kind of get it and they stick there, and that's, and so I was thinking about this, I don't want that, I don't want to do that, I don't want to find myself in that position where you kind of get on coast mode, until the end of the semester and your research project is due, and so I was thinking about that. I haven't really come up with a solution yet to that, but that's something that I've been kind of thinking about. And then as far as what we were talking about today in class with this informative assessment, not today, but Friday. It's, when I was reading the article, or the articles I should say, I think that people already do that. I mean, this idea of where am I at, where do I want them to be, and how do we get there? When you're working with students, I think, for me anyway, when I was working with some of these students in the help sessions, and we'd kind of hit an area where they weren't quite understanding, or, it's almost like you would have like this little mini session in your head doing that. Okay, we're here, but I need to get over here, so how do we breach that gap? And I think that's something that most of us do, but it's kind of cool now that we can just put the name to it, formative assessment, if you will. But it's definitely something that I think we all need to work on. It doesn't mean necessarily that we do it, that we're proficient at it. So I think it's something that we can continue to work on, and definitely will keep that in my mind as we continue on this semester through the LA stuff. So hope you guys had a great weekend, and I'll see you in class on Friday.